Welcome back to the session. Put down that tobacco, as you do not need to smoke that garbage no more. Go ahead and get you some raw papers, and it will change your life for the better. We got 27 days left of the Bitcoin Lithium pre-sale. 27 days left of the Bitcoin Lithium pre-sale. A couple different release dates for Bitcoin Lithium that I have seen from different blog postings. Obviously, the initial release date, April 30th, because that's when the pre-sale ends. That's when the rewards giveaway, the rewards program, that ends in 27 days. So yeah, the first exchanges, we'll be able to see on April 30th or whatever. But on May 20th, a couple different blog sites have a release date on May 20th. So maybe that just means that, May 20th, it will hit certain other exchanges. But the pre-sale ends April 30th. We got 27 days. We've seen the countdown from the Bitcoin Lithium website. So we don't really have to worry about what other blog postings are saying, because that just could mean it's going to hit their, platform May 20th. But pre-sale ends in 27 days. I'm super excited for the launch of this Bitcoin Lithium. We got a lot of different things in the works with this token. Those who were able to invest and get in, when they were able to get in, you don't know how special this moment is. coldseason.com for all merch, by the way. You don't know how special this moment is. The fact that you were able to get into this pre-sale while it's going on, this token is, it's like Martin Luther King. They're trying to make a change. That was a crazy analogy, right? But they're trying to make a change, and a better change, like green, renewable energy, to knock off and take care of all the pollution that's going on, to be able to stop that and have, a better future, it's important. And to be able to invest into something like that, it means a lot. And not only are you just investing into a good cause, where funds is going to help this cause, you're actually getting rewarded as an investor, by helping the ecosystem, by being involved, by staking your tokens, you get back rewards. And getting back rewards, means you're getting back free money. So it's definitely important to not only get into the pre-sale, but to make sure you're staking your tokens, because when you're staking your tokens, you're earning extra money. And they also have, affiliate programs. So if you invite other people and they purchase, Bitcoin Lithium through your affiliate link, you actually get some commission off of that. Bitcoin Lithium is going to pay you some commission. That's insane. The roadmap, everything that this token has got going on, it's beautiful. This pre-sale is really setting people up to make passive income for life. If you're able to stake a good amount of tokens, you could be receiving some solid passive income, for a whole year next year. And that would be very important. You know, that could be very important for your future, for your finances, for your family, for your retirement. And you have an opportunity to take advantage right now. You know, we got 27 days left in the pre-sale. You know, how are you going to use this time? You know, how are you going to use this time? Like, we're in the month of April now. Sounds insane. We're in the month of April. Time is moving. Before you know it, it's going to be my birthday. You know, shout out to all the cancers out there. You know, if you know, you know. But time is moving. Bitcoin Lithium is going to do some amazing things. I don't know why I said amazing. It's crazy. It's going to do some amazing things. And the summer's looking good. You know, the summer is looking excellent. Put it like that. Now's your chance to get into Bitcoin Lithium. You got 27 days left of the pre-sale. Check out the auto report. Check out the white paper. Check out the roadmap. There's not really too much to say today. You know, next price point for the next stage, you know, raise would be like 6.6 mil. We're at like 6.2 million right now raised overall. So, you know, a good amount has been, you know, invested so far. And, you know, this being a real world asset, you know, a real utility coin, it's going to do numbers regardless off of the utility, you know, off of the real world asset. But once we get some of that hype involved as well, especially during launch, you know, the token Kamoon, you know, hit skyrocketing numbers. And if you're holding a great amount, you know, you can obviously come up on some great profits. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously, you know how crypto works. When something skyrocket, obviously it'll end up correcting itself. But you have an option. You have a point in time to, you know, hit that first, you know, skyrocket. You know, that first moon that the coin does. You know, a lot of tokens do that at launch. Like, it'll launch, a couple of days later, it'll shoot to, you know, all-time highs, you know, and then obviously it'll correct itself and come back down. So you may have a grand opportunity right now to eat off of rewards, especially if you know, you got the funds staked. So something to think about. Bitcoin Lithium, 27 days. You either enter or you're out. Hey, I'm gonna tap in with y'all on the next one.